for our own motherland, a junction of two great systems, Hinduism and Islam, Vedanta brain and Islamic body is the only hope. Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the past, we talked about books, books, and books. Today, I am here with something new. Can you guess? Many of my students keep asking me one thing. Tell me, sir, the name of one person who impacted your life, who transformed your life. In fact, I'm known for telling people not to have role models. And when I was asked the same question, who was your role model? It was a very paradoxical situation for me. And today I'm here to share and to solve that paradoxes for you. Friends, when I was a young man like all of you, I happened to read one book, a small book about one person. And that changed my life once and for all. I'm here to talk about a man about whom Pandit Nehru said, to the youth of India, there can be no better guide than him. Him. Who is that him, my friend? Can you guess? I'm talking about a person about whom a professor from Harvard said he is more learned than all professors of Europe put together. Friends, I'm here to talk about a personality which has impacted the people of the whole universe. But sadly, he is more misunderstood than understood in our country. A man who was a friend, a man who was a philosopher, a man who was a source of inspiration, not only for the freedom fighters, but for the youth in particular, in fact, is my role model. Yes, to the youth of India, there can be no better guide than Swami Vivekananda. I say this because I have read a lot of people who are known for their religious knowledge, for their spirituality. Swami Vivekananda is one who stands head and shoulders above them. He is my role model primarily because he's a rationalist. He's a humanist to the core, my friend. People unfortunately think that he was just a Hindu. He was a humanist in true sense of the term. And he was right when he said, if you have to choose between having faith in yourself and in God, you must have faith in yourself. This is what India must bring the youth closer to Vivekananda, because he always believed in questioning. He always said, an honest doubt is 100 times better than a blind faith. That is the need of the hour today. Our youth are getting superstitious. They are accepting something without examining, without verifying things. In today's time, when everything is so volatile, it is so easy to misguide the youth. We need to follow somebody who is rational, who was emphatic about saying, I do not believe in God and a religion which cannot bring a piece of bread to the orphan's mouth and wipe out the widow's tears. We need someone who can inspire and motivate our youth to be rational. Their religion must be rationality. They must question. They must have an analytical bent of mind. Today, when we talk about soft skills, my friends, it is the questioning mindset that makes all the difference. To my mind, Swami Vivekananda is one person whose ideas and ideology need to be rediscovered. He is one of the towering figures. About him, Ramakrishna Paramhans was very fond of saying, Naren, Naren, you have come to me at last. You are an incarnation of Narayan, born to remove the misery of mankind. I do not know whether he was an incarnation of Narayan or not, but he was certainly one spiritual leader who understood the pains and suffering of the people. He was a maverick. He revolted against the ills and superstitious practices of society. That is what our youth must understand, that your true religion is your dedication and commitment to a cause. You must live and die for a cause. That is something our youth can learn from Swami Vivekananda, who was an advocate of strength, who believed in working, toiling for a cause, and that cause must be for society, for the service to humanity. He was very clear when he said the national ideals of India are renunciation and service. Intensify her in these channels, and the rest will take care of itself. Friends, I must tell you that if you want to be awakened in true sense of the term, you have to choose a person like Vivekananda. It is true, I have read a lot of books about Vivekananda. Let me show you some of the books that I have read. Here is his comprehensive study, and then you can see the 8 volumes of Swami Vivekananda. I'm happy to tell you that I loved reading his complete works. In addition to these books, my friends, I read many of his biographies. This is one. I also remember to have read a biography by Sister Nivedita entitled The Master as I Saw Him. And here again, you can see Vivekananda, world teacher, then Vivekananda, born leader. As a matter of fact, Vivekananda is one person who can be a source of inspiration and motivation for our youth, primarily because he asks you not to believe, but to experiment, not to accept, but to question. That is what our youth need today at a time when everything is so volatile, everything is so fragile. You must contribute to making and contributing towards society which is more as a whole, which is not fragmented, which is secular in true sense of the term. That is why Vivekananda used to say, for our own motherland, a junction of two great systems, Hinduism and Islam, Vedanta brain and Islamic body, is the only hope. Don't you think we need such an ideology? How can Vivekananda, who had such a secular outlook and view, be dubbed and called just a Hindu? Think over it, my friends, till we meet again. Thank you very much. Hope you liked this new series called Echoes of Greatness. Do get back to me with questions as usual, my friends, because this platform is our platform. Thank you very much.